Hi you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and I'm here to do another one of my kind of a random August page kit series. This is a travel page, so I have two pictures. They're very close to the same, so I think I'm trying to decide which one I like better. This man is looking in here and I don't know him, but I can always cover that with something. Here he's turned away, but I like this, that we have our arms around each other, my friend Debbie and I. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. Only need one, and this is in Koln, when we were on a business trip. So we got to tour around a little bit one day. So leaning into the travel theme, this is the page kit I put together. My Mind's Eye, Hello World, very old kit. It's got a lot of fun travel tags and tickets on the back side. I don't know if I'll get an opportunity to use them, but there's some images down here. And then I have some, this is from the same kit. It's a scrap, so I'm going to use that. I don't think I'll use the suitcases. Another scrap that looks nice with it. A few papery from Vicky Boutin, some stickers, Creative Memories, matte, I like that. This real pretty peachy color, which looks great with this. So I think that's a good match. And the card chipboard elements, some stickers from Travel Cityscapes, My Mind's Eye Cityscapes sticker pack. And then I have these letters from, they're called Amour, American Crafts. I'm not sure which, if they were from a particular, but I can use the green and there's two different peaches and two different greens in here. So hopefully I'll be able to figure out a title using that. Okay, so I've sped up the whole center section of this video to 3.3 times. The total is about 20 minutes, just over. So please hang with me till the end so you can get the close-up views. And spoiler alert, I even pull out some little tiny travel wordy stamps and stamp on the background, which is super risky for me. I don't usually have the guts to do that. So here I'm just showing you some arrow stamps that I have and some arrow dies that match one of the sets of stamps. I do use the dies. I don't think I use the arrow stamps, but I do end up using quite a few of those travel stamps from that Echo Park kit. It might be a Cartabella kit, I don't remember. So I'm going to matte this photo. I'm going to do it on the yellow first so that I have the pink against that background, which is more dynamic, more contrast. And I just trimmed the photo so that it would just fit on this paper. And it was just, you know, a cloudy sky, so I didn't really need to keep all of the cloudy sky. And so double matting this, and I'm not matting it in white, just because the stark white wouldn't look good on this page, and cream wouldn't really do anything for me. So I am going to try and remember to ink everything on this layout. I think I managed to do it. And I use Rusty Hinge for most of it, which is a new color that I got, and it's a little bit orange. Well, it's rust colored. I really liked this little map because it was Germany, so I want to make sure that the German part shows, so I'm just trying to position it. I think I do use the other part of it as well. So I'm just creating some layers for the photo. And I really like this green paper, but it will need a little separation. So I'm just going to do some strips of it and see if I can make that work. Just as a fake layer, if you will. And then the other side of that, which actually shows, I'm trying to make sure it's in the right orientation, but it actually shows France. So I'm just tucking it under, and you're just getting the feel that it's travel related. And this is sort of creating that diagonal structure down to those little tickets at the bottom. So unbelievably, I'm already ready to start looking at ephemera. So these are some vellum stickers. I really like them. They're Vicky Bouton print shop. And again, that peachy color is great. So I'm just auditioning layers and ephemera in different places. This frame, I cut it so I can use, I think I'm going to try and use another part of it. And then that little tab I'm going to use, I think, for some journaling, but I put something else over it. So the tickets I'm going to layer on the bottom. There are already some printed tickets on the bottom, and I'm just going to make them dimensional. And then I think I'm going to take my title across that journaling box, so I can have the title and then some little journaling space right there. And then this piece of chipboard from the chipboard thing, again, working on creating that diagonal to the upper left and the lower right. So the chipboard, it's super sticky, and sometimes the sticky part peels off the back of the chipboard. So I go ahead and make that, I do that to all of the things that I pull out, just to sort of lean into it. It makes it a little bit thinner. It's super thick chipboard as well. So still looking at this and trying to decide what I'm going to do. I don't want those, that two things to touch, the photo block and the tags at the bottom. I want them to just barely not touch. So now I'm ready to pull out some letters. So get a piece of wax paper and pull out. And I'm just mixing and matching. So some are sort of marbled, and some have a little pattern on them, some of the letters. So I'm just alternating and mixing up the letters to spell Koln. And then I have this hello world, and I'm going to cut one and cut it to hello so that my title will end up reading Hello Koln. And just pulling that down a bit. Still auditioning pieces of ephemera at this point. This tag has some gold on it. It's from that travel sticker book that I have. Not the cityscapes one, but a different one. That's more of a glossy sticker than the flat stickers on my mind's eye. Now I have a few more small stickers. I'm going to save those for sprinkling at the end after I find homes for all the big pieces. So I'm about ready to commit to these and putting adhesive on it to get it onto the page. And there I'm showing you, I want to make sure those things are not actually touching. And then I'm going to end up using some liquid glue for this chipboard. So it's not covering anything vital in the picture, and I'm just trying to make sure it's positioned so I don't have weird edges showing. But it's really, I really like it on the page, and it's pulling that peach all the way down the page. It sort of carries it down the page. So here I'm inking. This is a chipboard tag, and I'm laying it over a photo of that tag, not photo, but a print of that same tag. So I'm just making it dimensional, if you will. So then I have some arrows. This is takes me a minute to peel that sticker off. And I decide to cut it in half so I can use another half somewhere else on the page. And this makes it looks a little like ink. So it's just a nice dimension. Another layer, looks like multimedia. But I'm gonna get into the actual multimedia here in a minute. Gonna stretch my scrapbooking skills. So here's the hello, and then I take this chipboard geotag and I'm just placing it over the geotag on that title block, border strip, to cover it up and making it dimensional too. So just making sure I ink everything, lay it in, making use of some arrows. Those are arrow stickers. I think all of those mostly were arrow stickers. I haven't made arrows yet out of my scrap paper, but I think I will end up doing that. This is another Vicky Boutin vellum sticker, and it says something like encyclopedia. It's in another language, so let's add another layer. All right. Winding down on some of the notes, and now it's time to try out some stickers. So I'm pulling out some of the little wordy bits that are on here, and I think I take the globe and a little arrowhead and decide I'm going to try stamping it. I use a tiny little stamp platform. Now this one I just stamped straight onto it, and I really should have tested it first because it's a little darker than I wanted. So after that I decide I'm going to second generation stamp everything. So I just pull out a little Post-it and do second generation stamping of some things. And really I'm just trying to add a little dimension, a little interest in and around the ephemera. Sort of to help frame it out, I put a few on the tags. I'm just trying out different things. I find another one that I think might work. I don't remember what all these say. They're just all little tiny travel related words. Those are some little arrows. So creating some dimension. All right, I restarted the voiceover because my dog is obsessively licking her bowl and it was making a weird noise and a motorcycle went by, blah. Anyway, so I have made a couple additional arrows. I didn't do a lot, but I did this little chevron style arrow out of the green paper so that then appears somewhere else on the page instead of just that one layer. And then I make one out of the little orange and cream paper so that appears somewhere else on the page. And I'm really happy with that. It's adding a lot of dimension and interest. And rather than putting those at the bottom, which was my first instinct, spreading everything out, I'm layering. Pretty proud of myself on that one. So trying to keep it still contained, just making sure everything's stuck down. And I'm going to add some kind of a stamp to that print at the top. It says arrival. And I could put a date in there, but I can also put the dates, if I figure out the date, down below on the tags. So these are some little geotags and hearts from the My Mind's Eye sticker book. And here I commit to doing a stamp in that. And then I get to cut the chipboard, which is not the easiest thing to do, but I managed to get it done. And then I just ink that up. And I start looking for appropriate enamel dots. And this is the I Love Crafting enamel dots from Echo Park, I think. And the colors just worked. So we're about to finish and go into real time so you can take a look at a few close-ups. I could have used those enamel dots too. Here I'm having second thoughts, but I go ahead and use these even though they're not quite as dimensional as the other ones. So I'm just trying to find a third color. I think I had only done two. But we're about to take close-ups. Okay, I've got some cleaning to do there. But I think I have successfully used all of this kit. And I think that is super fun, layered. Page. And I did all of everything in a big diagonal down the page. Please like and subscribe.